Today we are going to discuss about artificial hybridization. So artificial hybridization is one of the major approach in crop improvement program. So this crop improvement program is nothing but a plant breeding program. So in such programs, plant breeding program, in such programs, so one of the important aspect is that the desired pollen grains are used to pollinating the stigma, and the stigma is protected from contamination free condition or unwanted pollination. So what is this contamination free condition? If you take the stigma, so when the stigma is exposed to air, different types of the pollen grains may settle down over stigma, so that right now the desired pollen grains are unable to reach the stigma, so that the stigma is get contaminated. So we have to avoid that condition so we can get desirable species or desirable pollination. So artificial hybridization is one of the major approach in crop improvement program. The crop improvement program is nothing but a plant breeding program. In such programs, right now, the desirable pollen grains are going to shed over stigma to facilitate pollination, and moreover here stigma is protected from unwanted pollination. But this artificial hybridization is achieved by three methods. What are those three methods? So emasculation, artificial hybridization is carried out by using these methods: emasculation, bagging, and rebagging. So emasculation, what is this emasculation, and in which members we are going to do this emasculation? If the female parent bear bisexual flowers, which plant ma? If the female plant bear bisexual flowers, the anthers are removed from the flower bud by using a pair of forceps. That is called emasculation, or we can say that the process of removal of the anthers in a bisexual flower when it is bud condition by using a pair of forceps, that is called emasculation. What is emasculation? The process of removal of the anther in a bisexual flower when it is in bud condition by using a pair of forceps, that is called emasculation. Yes. What is this bagging? The emasculated flowers are covered with a small suitable size of the bag, but these bags are generally made up of butter paper. Butter paper, that is called bagging. Sir, why we have to use only butter paper? Why not some other papers or any plastic? See, if you take any plastic paper during during summer, so the sun rays that paper is exposed to sun rays, as a result it become dry, and whenever rainy season came or winter came, automatically the plastic paper may rupture. And if you take a normal paper, so this normal paper when it is exposed to water or rain, automatically it may soak in the water and it may be damaged, so that when the paper is damaged, automatically unwanted pollen grains may settle down over the stigma, so that we can't do controlled pollination. Right now we cannot carry out controlled pollination for avoiding that condition. So what is the speciality of this butter paper? We know that butter. See, so in our home, when the parents are preparing the buttermilk from curd, at that time we are going to get the butter. This butter never dip inside the water. It is to float on the surface of the buttermilk, and moreover somewhat sticky. Right now, sticky. That's what, when this paper is prepared with butter paper, when we cover the stigma with small suitable size of the butter paper, and this butter paper when raining During rainy season, whatever the water droplets are, so moisture is settled down over that buttercup automatically. Right now, it move away from the butter paper. Right now, it never destroy the butter paper, so that we can protect the stigma from unwanted pollination. Because of that reason, we are using butter paper instead of other papers. Now, rebagging. So, what is this rebagging? What is this rebagging? The emasculated flowers are covered. See, so emasculation over, bagging over. But if you want to do artificial hybridization or plant breeding or controlled pollination, we have to collect the pollen grains. After collecting the pollen grains from desirable plant, right now, the desirable pollen grains are dusting on the stigma. After dusting, the stigma is once again covered with a small suitable size of the bag, that is called rebagging. That is called rebagging. But my question, see here, the emasculation is a necessity for all flowers or only particular flowers? That is my question. See, the emasculation is required only for bisexual flower. What about unisexual flower? If the female parent bear only pistillate flowers at the time, the emasculation is not required. When emasculation is not required, if the female plant bears pistillate flowers at the time, emasculation is not required, and directly we can do bagging, after bagging, rebagging, and then we allow the plant right now so to produce the fruits. Because after pollination, we know that post pollination, fertilization, after fertilization, ovary develop into fruit. All these things we discussed in previous classes. This is about artificial hybridization. This is about which one? Artificial hybridizations.